So that's embarrassing. I thought I was recording and realized I was not. So here I am again. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dis and this is my channel. Today we're doing a training time, or attempting to, because I'm not having great luck at it, because I realized that I suck at trying to read, talk, and train this horse at the same time. I'm having a hard time. This is way harder than it looks. So we're gonna try again. I've already done some training, but we'll do some more and I will actually record this time, hopefully. To get started, go ahead and make sure you have a horse that needs to be trained and maybe get something to drink and settle in for the training chaos, because that's what it feels like right now. So the first question that I have is from Instagram. I did ask on my Instagram if anybody had any questions for me, as well as sharing some secrets that they might have for SSO. I decided to... Whoa. Oh. Okay. Wow. So I had put out a call on my Instagram for stuff and I got some answers, and some questions. So I'm gonna talk through them with you today and see how this goes, because I am struggling. I suck at multitasking apparently, and it doesn't help that I have to record with the windowed version of SSO. So it's a lot harder for me to see because I don't have great vision. The first question that I was going to answer is, what is your favorite color? And my favorite color is green. Green is my favorite color. I love most colors or shades of green. I don't really like neon or lime, but I do really like sage and pine and dark, like jewel tone greens. So that's an easy first question. Next question I have is, what do you do for fun, real life, and playing SSO? So in real life, I am a writer and I like to write with my friends on forums. And I also like to read. I think I'm going the right way. I like to read, so I read a lot of books, mostly romance, fantasy, historical fiction, stuff like that, sci-fi. But those are like my two main interests outside of SSO. On SSO, obviously I love doing dressage and drill and roleplay, like shows and things like that. I find all those things really enjoyable. When I am not doing any of those things, like I'm just casually playing SSO, I really enjoy getting on call with friends and hanging out, which is such a drastic difference from this time last year, because I didn't even know you could have, it seems silly, I didn't even know you really could like have relationships and friends like you can in SSO. But that's a whole other question. I'll get into that later. But when I'm not hanging out with friends in call, I really enjoy getting to listen to audiobooks while I train. That's normally what I do when I'm training, is audiobooks or YouTube. Don't really spend a whole lot of time. This is my first time ever trying to talk and train, and it is way harder than I thought it would be. I thought, oh, this will be easy, it'll be nice and relaxing. No, I'm stressed. This is the second or third time I've had to start this recording. The first time because my puppy would not leave his squeaky toy alone, and this time because I forgot to hit record. So I'm stressed, to say the least. The next question that I have, and I'm kind of going through all of the personal ones and then gonna start the secret ones, because I feel like I don't want to mix the two, because I'm afraid y'all are gonna think that I'm also one of these secrets or something. So the next about me question is, how did you discover SSO dressage? Any relation to real life dressage? So funnily enough, there is no relation to real life dressage. I mean, I love horses, and I feel like if you play SSO, you love horses, so I've known about the discipline of dressage, but no real life relation for me. But getting into SSO dressage was kind of accidental in a way. It was actually a year ago this month that I put a request out in Global for someone to teach me dressage, like to give me a dressage lesson. And I met the most beautiful angel of a person who I'm still friends with to this day that gave me my first dressage lesson. And after that, I joined their club for a little bit and decided I wanted a little bit more structure and like ready to compete for the 2023 season, because I had been watching SSO dressage for a while on my spare time. Oh, okay. But I had never gotten up the courage to actually want to compete. I did that. I joined my club that I was with for 11 months, and then when they went through some changes and I went through a phase of really wanting to be more competitive and do so more consistently, that is when I decided to leave, actually last week. So, but I have found a new home already, and I'm super excited for it to be with one of the top dressage clubs, in my opinion. And I mean, they did just win the 2023 Internationals and Club of the Year, so I would say that they are pretty up there. And so I'm really hopeful for the 2024 season. I think that we're gonna go far, and I'm really excited to be part of their crew. And yeah, so that's how I discovered SSO dressage and wanted to be part of it. And that's how I got where I am today, like the super abbreviated version. Tell us about your pups. So I do have animals. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. So I'll kind of tell you about everybody because I feel like it's sad to leave the kitties out, even though they probably wouldn't be bothered about being part of it. My oldest is Bandit. He is a almost 7-year-old Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. He is the love of my life, my soul dog, and I love him to pieces. He is very snuggly and sweet and loves to follow his mom all around the house and just be with me wherever, whatever I'm doing. Next we have Leia, who is a kitty, and she is a foster fail, so I was fostering her from my brother who found her on the side of the road. It just was like one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'll foster her and I'll, make sure she gets back to health, and then I'll work with a rescue and we'll get her adopted out. And I didn't get to the part where I worked with a rescue to adopt her out. I just took her and she was mine. I knew after about 2.5 weeks that she was mine, but I got her when she was about 4 weeks old, and she just clicked with our little family. My third born is Obi. Obi is a tuxedo cat. He is one of my mom's kittens before we got her fixed, and my mom was able to find homes for all the kittens, and Obi was the only black and white cat that was in the litter, and I have always loved black cats, so I immediately knew when he was born that I wanted to take him. Finally, my youngest is Sammy. Sammy is a black and white Shih Tzu, and he is the baby. He just turned a year old. Ooh, hello. Can I back up here? And he is a handful. Not gonna lie, he is a lot of puppy energy, and he was my parents' dog, but my dad works on the road, and when he is on the road, it is very difficult for my mom to handle Sammy, just because he does have a lot of puppy behavior that they didn't work on when he was a puppy, and so now they have a 1-year-old teenager that just kind of thinks he can do whatever he wants to. So I have partial custody of him. When my dad is on the road working, I take care of Sammy. And when my dad is home, my parents take care of him. I love them all. They make my life complete. And I don't know what I would do without all of them. The next question is, why did you start playing SSO? Well, honestly, I don't think I had much of a choice as a horse girl in the 2000s. I didn't join SSO because I didn't have like my own computer and my own like computer that could run it until 2017, but I joined in 2017. I think I had an account in 2014, but I don't have access to that account anymore. And if I did, I don't remember what it was called, but I started a new account in 2017, and I played off and on until 2020, and then during the thing that shall not be named, I got back into the game, and I started to play more consistently, but it was still pretty off and on until last year when I decided to dip my toes into SSO dressage, and I have been a daily player since then, just about. Like, I can't think of a time that I took more than a day off from playing SSO in some form or another, whether that be just coming to practice or logging on to play with friends or whatever. And it's been really great to find this community, because it absolutely has brought me some of my closest friends on the game, and I'm just wondering how the heck I was playing this game before without any social interaction from other people. That's how I started SSO, and I don't think I'll ever quit. Like, I'm a bit of an older player, honestly. I'm not one of the younger people that play this game. I won't tell you how old I am, but I will tell you that I'm not in high school, I'm not in college, and I am also like not over the age of 40. So I'm an older player. I have a pretty good balance with SSO and life, and I intend to keep it that way and keep SSO as like something I do for fun. A lot of people who play this game are very much in like transitional phases of their life, so they lose interest like when they graduate high school, or when they start college, or when they graduate college and start their first like adult jobs. I get that, but that's not me. I'm a grandma, as I like to call myself. The next question that I see here is, what's your favorite real life horse versus SSO breed? Real life breeds are paint horses and probably quarter horses. They're just such versatile breeds. I think that you really can take either of those breeds and point them in any direction, and they'll have some level of success. And then for SSO breeds, it's still the paint horse, I think, for me, just because they are so pretty. I think the paint horses is one of the best models in the game. I will say that I don't think they have a very good jump. Their jump is like they're getting ready to blast off to the moon sometimes, which can look very funny in roleplay photos. But other than that, I think my other like super close second favorite breed is the Belgian. I actually hated the Belgians when they first came out, but I very quickly was won over because they were the club horse for my main club last year, or this past year. I've come around, and now I don't think you could pry the Belgians out of my hands if you wanted to. So I just love the way they look and they jump. I do think they look a little bit unrealistic compared to say the Dutch now, but I still prefer them to most breeds in the game, and that's why most of my roleplay horses are Belgians. I think they are just awesome little horses. Okay, so that kind of does it for me. I hope that maybe you learned something you didn't know about me. And now we're gonna get into your SSO secrets. We'll see how this goes. I kind of skimmed over the couple that I got, and There's a couple of spicy ones in here. There's a couple I went, oh no. So I think this will be good. Kind of start with some of the more innocent ones and work our way up the spice level. And I did do this via my Instagram comments, but I also gave an opportunity for people to submit their secrets anonymously, like super anonymously. You should follow my Instagram if you want to be part of the next one. The first one says, I'm not a huge fan of dressage. I know this person. Golly, where am I going? I know this person, and I can just tell you right now, I'm not going to name you, but it's not a surprise to anyone. No one. Anyone that knows you knows that that is not actually a secret. Try again. I used to be really popular. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I used to be really popular on big servers. You'll never guess who this is. Well, considering you put this in my SSO, my Instagram, I do know who this is because your name is right there. But I will not say who it is. I do also know this person and can confirm that they are kind of a big deal on some social media platforms. And I don't really know why they used to be really big and popular. Because I would argue that they still are. They are the only person I've ever been around that I've literally been with them and seen somebody come up and be like, OMG, you're so-and-so from so-and-so. And I was like, wow, that's so cute. The next one that I got is, I'll tell my friends I'm getting off, but I'll actually switch servers just to have some alone time. That's such a real answer because I have also done that before. Like, sometimes you just need to take a minute for yourself and play by yourself. Like, playing on SSO alone is more fun than you think, especially if you do like I do, where I listen to a book or watch a movie or whatever while I'm training, because that's normally how I spend my time training on SSO. I can understand why it's a secret because I have also done that, and I will do you one better and tell you that I have actually done that when I'm supposed to be at dressage practice. Like, there was a time that I was so burnt out on dressage last year that I would put in an absent notice and then get on a different server and hope that nobody logged into that server and saw me over there. We're gonna level Gingerbread here up and go look for some animals while I read the last couple that I have. It says, so me and two of my friends had just finished a dressage practice and we were hanging out after, and this noob kept asking if they could join our club, and we said no, and we got them to chase us to Golden Hills, and they couldn't get through the barrier yet, so we kept telling them that the way they had to turn into a unicorn, and we all put our bridles with unicorn horns on it, and then we kept like trying to get them to run through. So like Hogwarts, like platform 9 3/4, but Golden Leaf, and trying to get them to run through, and they didn't understand that we were kidding, and they didn't get it, and they got so upset and they were really confused, and it was so funny. I think I have a recording from it. Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's so funny, but also so mean. I can't believe you did that. That's terrible. They're just a little baby player, and you're telling them they gotta put on unicorn bridles. So I wonder if they bought the unicorn bridle to make it happen, or like if that's really what they thought. Oh, that poor baby. I feel a little bad, but it's also very funny. The next one I got was, I secretly and impulsively bought a horse that I want instead of the horse that a club I'm associated with wants me to get. Been there, especially like if your club changes the club horse a lot. It's it kind of gets to the point where you're just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do because star coins are not cheap and it takes forever to save up for a horse. Like, the next one says, I secretly hate my club horse and uniform. Oof. Good. I mean, my question is, if you don't like the uniform and you don't like the horse, why are you there? Because usually people look at those two things first before they join a club. So how did you end up in a place where you don't like your club horse or your club uniform? I'm genuinely curious. Isn't that what most people look at when they start looking for a club to join? They look at the uniform and the horse to be like, yeah, that seems cool. I know I did. When I was looking at clubs last year, I really wanted a club that used the Arabian. That was one of the criteria that I had, was I wanted to use an Arabian. Because at the time I thought they were great dressage horses, and I joined my last club and that's what they used. And then they changed it, but I stuck it out because I liked the Belgian. How did you get here? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm just running around aimlessly at this point because I can't talk and train at the same time, which defeats the purpose of a training time. I am aware. I'm looking for the animals. I found one, okay? I found one. I think that counts for something. I don't know that this is necessarily a secret unless you're just not telling people you do this, but it is an unpopular opinion, I think. It says, I will buy at least the first 5 levels on horses because I feel like the first 5 are a waste to train. What? The first 5 levels are like the easiest. What do you mean? Why are you... What? Why would you do that? That's like... I don't know. I could see maybe the last 5 levels because I've done that. But the first 5? Like even the free ones where like you just have to care for the horse twice and it's a level? You do you, boo. You do you, I guess. I don't see the point in that, but these are your secrets and you can keep them. And then the very last one, this one was like, I saw this one, I was just kind of flabbergasted, to be honest. Let me run through this pole bending race really quick because it is not a super long one, but I want to read it word for word. I was burned by a former club owner, and so me and a couple other high ranks had the account information to her account. So we went on there and sold all of her horses and bought a crusty one and named them Ball Bag. That is just evil. I read this one and I was like, there's no way this is real. This can't be real, can it? Because if it is, that's a lot for some SSO drama, I'm just gonna say. Bless you. Bless your heart, as we like to say. I don't know that. I mean, I don't know what happened, obviously. Like, I don't know what drove you to that extreme, but I will say that I think it's an extreme, and I hope that you're doing better now. Are you okay? Do you need to talk to someone? Because I'm here for you. We can talk. Will not judge you, I promise. I wonder if they still talk to this person or if like that was the end of it and they no longer talk to them or have anything to do with them. And I also wonder if that club owner was able to get their stuff back. That just seems like a lot. You know, it brings up a good point though about drama on SSO. It is so prevalent. I didn't understand SSO drama until I joined the community and joined like the social side of it. And the amount of drama I've seen in just 1 year, it really has made me question at times whether I want to continue being part of this community, just because it can get so outrageous, you know, whether it be individual against individual or club against club or individual versus club. Like, I have seen a lot, and I have had to field a lot. I don't know. Some of y'all be wild out here. Some of the things I've seen or had to deal with, just like, I won't name any names. I won't say anything specific, because if you talk about drama, it just really creates more drama, in my opinion. But I have met and seen some stuff, some people and some stuff, and honestly, SSO drama is not worth it. At the end of the day, it's really not worth it. It feels really heavy and important in the moment sometimes, especially when you're a younger player. It feels like the end of the world sometimes, but I can just tell you from my worldly experience that it's not. You're not going to remember this drama in 5 years, or maybe even a year, depending on what it is. I don't think it's healthy to get so wrapped up in it, because at the end of the day, this is just a game, and the people that you're talking to in a negative way are still people behind the screen. And it is important, especially in this day and age, to really be kind to each other and take care of each other the best that you can. And sometimes people are just jerks, but you don't get anything out of being a jerk back. Really and truly. Like, it's not worth it. All that being said, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me on this training time. I hope that you got some good training done. As always, thank you so much. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, whatever you feel like doing. Subscribe if this is your first time seeing a video from me. Feel free to check out my other content. If you need someone, just reach out. I'm here. My YouTube comments are open. I try to make sure to check those, and I also try really hard to check my DMs and respond to those. I know this time of year can be hard for a lot of people, so I hope that you're doing well, and if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!